with a high left ankle sprain. How dangerous does Lamb's return make the Cowboys, Cam? And what advice do you have for Dak Prescott and the group?
Man, it's simple. Do not allow talent to dictate where the football goes. I will say it again. Do not allow talent to dictate where the football goes. Allow the defense to dictate where the football goes. When you allow talent to dictate where the football goes, now it leads to you forcing the football. The thing that has been marvelous to see from Daquavius Prescott in these last couple of weeks is how would he be able to manage and distribute the football? And he's been doing it off of the premise of the defense is in cover 2, I have to get to my check down if we got a shot call. Hey, the defense is in cover 3, let me give my guys an opportunity. Or they're in man-to-man, let me give my guys an opportunity. Hey, I'm hot, let me get to my check down. Those type of things, when you insert a CeeDee Lamb, his presence, his aura, his whole demeanor presents opposing threat, not just to defenders who's guarding him, but to the sideline when you look up and you say to yourself, man, it's been third quarter, and he only got 1 reception or 2 receptions. Those type of issues go through your mind as a quarterback, and I just would tell Dak to say, hey, lock in, bro. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got another Maserati inserted into your garage, but you've been doing a hell of a job with that one Rolls Royce and those doggone Priuses and doggone excursions and Escalades. That's cool. They quality, and they've been giving you a lot, and that's what you would expect.
I think you have to allow both the defense and talent to dictate where the ball goes. And when Cam says the defense, he's saying you throw the football to where the defense's weaknesses are. But sometimes there are one-on-ones with George Pickens that are your matchup. That talent dictates that. There are going to be one-on-ones with CeeDee Lamb where talent dictates that. I said coming into the season that this was the second best wide receiver quarterback trio in all of football. And without Joe Flacco, I mean, with Joe Flacco replacing Joe Burrow, maybe number 1. CeeDee Lamb has to become a huge part of this offense immediately. George Pickens has already become a huge part of this offense in CeeDee Lamb's absence, but so has Fournoy, so has Ferguson, so has Tolbert. This can be the most explosive passing game in all of football, and that's how they should approach this game. Last week, we watched the Carolina Panthers slow down Javonte Williams. That should not happen going forward because you're going to have to pay attention to the skilled players on the outside. Dak Prescott playing at an MVP level. And you know, Stephen A., you said it. This team has to score 30-plus points to win, and that's how they should attack.
Let me tell you what I'm surprised neither one of y'all brought up. The fact that George Pickens has been rolling so well, that CeeDee Lamb coming back, potentially taking opportunities away from him, targets away from him. Of course, that's a natural thing because CeeDee Lamb is your wide receiver number 1. But the point is, who's to say that's not going to have an effect? I'm not casting aspersions on him. We all know the temperamental issues he was known to have in Pittsburgh for whatever reason. In my estimation, probably because he didn't have a quarterback like Dak Prescott throwing him the damn football. Okay, we get that part. The flip side to it is, nevertheless, approaching a contract year, balling out the way that he has, looking for his paper, like Cam pointed out, as individuals, looking for your paper. Why haven't we broached the possibility that CeeDee Lamb could have a potentially negative impact because it requires them to share, and how receptive is George Lynch going to be to, George Pickens going to be to that?
I just feel like, let me holler at you real quick. Because when you think about what's going on right now, do you not think that A.J. Brown saw or heard what happened? Do you not think that other receivers around the league was looking like, man, that's how you get the guy the ball? When you're looking at a situation that took place last night, there was a guy by the name of Jamar.
Good Lord. Chase. Good Lord.
And he got off, Stephen A. 16 receptions, 161 yards. And to his greatness, nobody took a back seat because T. Higgins also got off as well.
Yes, he did.
When you see these type of displays of making it abundantly clear, we want to get these guys the ball. We want to put the ball in our guys' hands, and that's what it is. But when you're talking about the blame, I don't think it's more the blame than just the magnificent play of Joe Flacco. Because Joe Flacco showed that, hey, me being 40 plus, I got guys, I got dudes, I got difference makers. I have game changers around me. So let me put the ball in their hands so they can do what they do.
RC?
Cam is dead. I can't cuss. ASS wrong then.
What?
Because it's all the Pittsburgh Steelers. We come into this game, you know what you're going to get. Go back to the Green Bay game, the second half. Every time Jamar Chase has a one-on-one, they throw the fade ball. Terrell Austin, watch the film. You know it's coming. And we don't stop that. 47 attempts. They threw the ball to Jamar Chase, throw it 23 times. They wasn't tricking us. I want to be tricked. I want to be fooled. You know how people say, well, I got in a marriage and he just wasn't who I thought he was going to be. I want to be that guy. I want to be the person that got tricked. I don't want Joe Flacco at his age to pass the ball 47 times, 342 yards, 3 tubs, and when Aaron Rodgers pulls a rabbit out of his hat, because it ain't on him, when Aaron Rodgers pulls a rabbit out of his hat, you got to go get a stop. The last I checked, Jalen Ramsey's going to be a Hall of Famer. Last I checked, TJ Watt is going to be a Hall of Famer. We went out and paid money for Patrick Queen. Cam Hayward is going to be on that list as well. Joey Porter Jr. is an up-and-coming star. Somebody got to stand up and make a play. Chase Brown ain't
Running the ball. They can run the ball all year long.
Chase Brown ain't ran the ball more than Cam Newton ran the ball since he been working on 1 to 6 in sport, damn it. And he had 11 carries for 108. Cam, I don't care what you say. You can credit the Bengals all you want. You know who this game is on? The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland damn Browns.
Why the Cleveland Browns?
Because Mike Tomlin said it. Mike Tomlin said they must be smarter than me to get rid of Joe Flacco. The people that got rid of Joe Flacco, and damn it, it's 2015.
Well, you could say that. Well, listen, I'm not going to blame Cleveland. Cleveland was moving on, and the bottom line is they didn't have the requisite pieces to capitalize off of what Joe Flacco could still do. Obviously, you Cincinnati, you got Jamar Chase, you got T. Higgins, you got some weapons for Joe Flacco to fling the football to. Where was the Steelers? I completely agree with RC. Where the hell was the Steelers defense? Didn't T.J. Watt just get over $40 million? Hey, Cam Hayward, $40 million. $40 million, okay? Then they just get that money. Cam Hayward, ain't he still on the team? Jalen Ramsey, didn't you trade? Didn't you let go of Minka Fitzpatrick so you could get Jalen Ramsey? Jalen Ramsey was getting exploited throughout the night. Multiple times by multiple people. Not just Jamar Chase, okay? And I love Jalen Ramsey, but damn it, it's the truth, and nothing but the truth to help you. You know what? The bottom line is this. The Pittsburgh Steelers defense lost this game. You get Aaron Rodgers gave you a lead, and did you see Cincinnati moving down the field with ease? There was no urgency to it. Matter of fact, we could have scored a touchdown. T. Higgins just said, no, we just let this slide. It's not like we're going to miss this damn chip shot field goal. We're going to make this chip shot field goal. This is what happened. Think about this. You're the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Cincinnati got the ball, and you were scared. You're like, because the second they scored that touchdown and went up 31 to 5 when they went.